The 2022-23 A-League men's regular season has come to an end. Round 26 had plenty of action, top 4 drama, some away wins, and a top 6 dark horse building some good form heading into finals. My name's Lockie, this is Coastwood Football, and here's my recap of round 26 in the A-League men's. Of course, we're starting on Friday night, the massive doubleheader. Adelaide United 1, Central Coast Mariners 4, Melbourne City defeating Western Sydney Wanderers 3-2. So many goals, so much drama, and we have to talk about that result. For my Mariners, the huge performance away at Cooper Stadium was just incredible. It shocked me, it shocked Adelaide fans, it shocked everyone across the league. No one saw it coming. Many people tipped Adelaide to get a win, still expecting a close match, but Mariners came to Cooper Stadium and put in their best performance of the season. In defence, superb. In attack, fantastic. Macarthur with a brace in this game was untouchable. And not only was this an important win to secure second place and Asian football for the Central Coast Mariners, but it also provides that psychological edge if Mariners do come up against Adelaide, potentially in the semi-finals. Mariners are heading into the semi-final tie, knowing that they've just beaten Adelaide 4-1 at their home stadium. So it is a massive win for the Central Coast. And really disappointing for Adelaide United. Just slightly concerning now. They're just stumbling a little bit heading into finals. No doubt, I'm sure they'll go deep into May, but the way they're playing at the moment, they're just got to tighten up a couple things, especially defensively. A little bit shaky to finish off the regular season for the Reds. And then Melbourne City 3, Western Sydney Wanderers 2. This was a really entertaining game. Western Sydney really took it to the premiers and were in winning positions twice in this game. Melbourne City, though, just too strong in the end. Macarthur was on fire in this game. 2 goals for him in this match. Western Sydney, though, they'll be disappointed that they didn't come away with a win in this game, considering they were in a winning position twice in this game. But again, similar to the situation with Adelaide and Mariners, Wanderers will be now heading into finals, knowing that if they meet Melbourne City in the semi-finals, they have what it takes to take it to the premiers and potentially, overcome them in the semi-finals. And then we had our 4 games on Saturday. It started with Macarthur, Wellington, a 1-0 win for the Phoenix, a really gritty win from Wellington. This is what we have seen from them a few times throughout this season. Got that early first half goal through Oscar Zawada, another goal for the pole striker who's been fantastic for them this season. And they just sat back and were able to defend out Macarthur FC, who were throwing things at the Knicks, but Ufuk Tale's side able to hold on and secure their place in the top 6. And an important win for Wellington. They've been really struggling for the final month or so of the season. This was a crucial 3 points that they had to get in order to not only just secure their place in the top 6, but of course have some sort of positive form heading into finals. They've got a really tough game first up against Adelaide United in the elimination finals. It's going to be interesting to see how they go in that massive away game. But for the Bulls, really disappointing. You would have hoped back at home they would have just finished off with a win, but no, they will be picking up the wooden spoon this year. Macarthur finishing in last place. Disappointing. And then at the same time, Sydney FC defeated Newcastle Jets 2-0. There was a bit of a surprise from the Jets, who, even though there was a really slim chance of making finals, they rotated their squad completely. They played almost a second string squad. Still plenty of quality players in that second string squad, but it was surprising considering that, I thought Newcastle Jets would have thrown everything at Sydney. Despite having that minimal chance of making the top 6, there was still a chance. But the Sky Blues, another win for Steve Corica's side, 2-0. Lafondra getting on the scoreline once again. That's 4 goals in 4 games now for the Englishman. And there's a little bit of, I think teams will have to be wary of Sydney FC heading into finals. We've got a Sydney derby, of course, in the first week of finals, which is going to be absolutely huge. But it's going to be a really interesting clash now heading into that elimination final first week, because Sky Blues defeated Western Sydney Wanderers last time they played that Sydney derby at CommBank Stadium earlier in the year. Building some good form. I'm interested to see what Sydney can do in the finals series. And it's really bizarre too, considering that fans have been very critical of Steve Corica and how their team has performed for much of this season. But they've finished 5th, building some good form, and potentially could see themselves go deep into finals if they keep this form up. Some controversy towards the end of this game. Red card to youngster Jaden Kaczarski, his second yellow. For that elbow on Thomas Aquilina, I think was a deserving second yellow. I mean, an elbow to the face. There's not much you can say about it. Of course, completely accidental. But you can see afterwards, Jaden Kaczarski was really upset about the decision. But he can't have any complaints about a second yellow there. The primetime game saw Melbourne Victory host Brisbane Roar, but the Roar coming up with a big 1-0 away win, which was huge for Brisbane to finish off their season on a positive note. Brisbane have struggled away from home this season, and I expected Melbourne Victory, after getting that win at home against Macarthur, to finish off with another win and finish off their season on a positive positive note and lift themselves higher up the table. But it was the same story again for Melbourne Victory in this game, just lacking the quality up front to find the goals. They had opportunities, they created some decent chances throughout the game. Brisbane Roar, credit to them, they held on for a clean sheet. And Jordan Perkins, the left back, getting his first ever A-Leagues goal. Really nice move. That back heel from Henry Hawke was fantastic to find Courtney Perkins. And a win for Brisbane, which just lifts them that little bit higher up the table. So an important win for the Roar to finish off the season, which lifts them out of the Australia Cup playoff spots. Melbourne Victory, though, such a disappointing season, finishing second last, so they have just avoided their second wooden spoon in 3 years, but still, Melbourne Victory, the biggest club in the country, need to be doing better. And then lastly, we had a really entertaining game. Perth Glory hosted Western United, and of course it was Alessandro Diamante's final ever game in green and black. Western United sent him off with a win. An impressive performance from Western United. I thought they were the better side in this game, created plenty of opportunities. Ben Garuccio with a goal, and he could have had a hat-trick in this game. He was creating plenty of chances. But overall, disappointing for Perth Glory. You would have expected them to get a win in front of their home fans. Western United putting in a decent performance to finish off the campaign. And you just wonder now, with the green and black, they just finished 7th, 3 points outside the top 6. If they put in performances like this earlier on in the season, they could have seen themselves in the top 6 come the end of the season. But disappointing for the reigning champions to finish outside finals this year. And another red card in the round in this game, Mark Beavers, really bizarre one too. He was already on a yellow card and just tugs back the Western attacker and gets sent off his second yellow. Really, really bizarre decision from an experienced centre back. It's not what you want to see from one of your most experienced players. So here's how the A-League men's ladder looks at the end of the campaign. Of course, we have Melbourne City picking up the premiership. Mariners finishing in second, a huge finish for the Central Coast. Adelaide in third, Western Sydney finished fourth, setting up an elimination final with a rival Sydney FC. Wellington just holding on to 6th place. We've got Western in 7th, Brisbane 8th. And then the Australia Cup playoffs will be between Perth Glory and Macarthur, 9th playing 12th. And then we have Jets taking on Victory, that's 10 v 11, the Australia Cup playoffs. So some really surprising finishes for some of these clubs, and we will be doing a video real soon where I'll be reacting to my initial ladder prediction at the start of the season. I think some of these they got bang on, but some of them not quite so. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hit the like button if you have enjoyed and want to support the channel. We've got plenty of content coming up real soon with A-League finals just around the corner. My name's Lockie, this is Coastwood Football. See you guys in the next one.